Hey everyone, this is Nerd Gamer back with another video on Epic 7. So we are almost a month into the game. So what have we been doing so far? So the first thing when you start out is obviously you want to push these missions, adventure missions. And as you go along this path, you kind of figure out what is going on in the game. So I would strongly recommend that you follow these missions when you're just creating your account. In terms of priority, you want to have your Wyvern 13 team set up, and this can be done on very low gear as well. When you start out, you will not have Brieg, right? But most of the other characters you get pretty early in the game. Brieg also you pick up from Adventure. This is kind of what your Wyvern 13 team will be, and if you go and just do even basic gear equipment, you'll be fine. So early game, when you are equipping your heroes, this is kind of the strategy I followed. Any particular hero that you need to gear, just go into manage equipment, go into recommended, click recommended settings, remove the set selection and just do this. This will give you the ideal kind of setup for your heroes. So when I was doing my Wyvern team, what I did was I ungeared all my heroes, and first 30 days you get free ungearing of heroes. And I went ahead and did those recommended settings and geared up my movie Furious and our main damage dealer Sigret for Wyvern and our tank Brieg. I geared up all four heroes just following this strategy. Click on recommended, go to recommended settings. Just don't do sets because you may not ideally have the sets early game. So, and just click on confirm here and it gives you the best kind of setup. So I'm still using that same gear that I got on Grieg from the start of the game. You push along the missions and you get your Wyvern 13 team going. Wyvern 13 is the biggest priority because it will give you speed gear, and speed is the most important thing you need on the game, in the game, right? So you get critical set, hit set, and speed set from farming here. After this, I went ahead and I set up my Banshee team because Banshee is giving you destruction set, lifesteal, and counter. Counter is useful in arena to a large extent. Destruction set works on all your damage dealers, and lifesteal can also be specifically good. Resist set is something that you can use on your tanks. So I did these two teams first. And now, as far as where I am in the game, and if you can, I would strongly suggest summoning Fene. So even though this is a 1 month old account, I am easily able to do Rift with this account. And Rift is a controversial topic. I am finding the rewards pretty useful, at least until you end up getting all of these points, right? Till 2100, I want to push because these goodies are definitely worth it. And it will help you in account progression. So I'm parallelly farming this and Wyvern right now. And it's not that my Fene has some great gear. If you see the gear, it's basically 89% crit, 239% damage, health 192, and speed. And if you Google, there are a lot of videos showing you need to be between 170 to 173 speed. So I can easily, and I'm just using fodder here with her, and you can easily two clear. So it takes me 2 attacks to clear it only in the early stages until you don't have this second controller level unlocked. It was taking me 3 turns, and I had to kind of put in some other people into the team. So I had put in Sigrid, anyone build basically, so that you don't die, right? You slowly clear the bosses. So I was using Sigrid, I was using Brieg, I was using Furious along with her. But once I got to Rift level 4 or 5, because every level that you cross, you do end up increasing the damage on your so as you can see, 44% damage at Rift level controller 12. So as your levels go up, the damage also goes up. And I'm pretty sure by the time I get to Rift level 15 plus, I should be able to one clear this. So this is very important. So farming Wyvern, Banshee, and Banshee now I've reduced since I'm doing Rift a lot more. I think it's been pretty useful for me. Also, automation tower you want to continue to do. The more you can clear this, the more rewards you get. You get charms, and charms are the biggest bottlenecks for new accounts, right? When you're just starting out, You may have good gear and stuff, but you may not be able to level them up. Another thing that I'm doing regularly now, as the week resets, I go in here and I craft all of these charms. You get 8 charms from here weekly. Make sure you're doing that every week. It helps you to a large extent. Also, you want to always have unrecorded history going in the background. This is extremely useful because this will give you out stigma, right? Stigma is very important. And I don't use penguins for leveling up my hero. I put one strong hero in and three heroes along with them, and they passively level up. So that you can go into Forest of Souls. And mainly what I'm doing right now, since leveling up heroes to 6 stars is the initially a bottleneck, I keep buying the Spirit Well from here in order to level up heroes. As far as my roster is concerned, currently now we've kind of started building a arena team. So my current arena team goes something like this. I'll show you guys. So if we look, so I did pull, and I did summon my first Moonlight 5-star hero, Lone Wolf Piera. She is very good in this. I'm using Mort. I was lucky enough to get Mort as well. And I want to build up Genua. So once I get Genua to 6 stars, he will come in. One mistake I did was building up New Kid Aiden. She doesn't really add anything. But Blood Bank Karen, she is awesome along with my Lone Wolf Piera. So this is a good combination I'm using. Ultimately, now once I get Genwa done, I'll bring him into the team. This is what I'm kind of using right now for Arena. Let's do a quick match. Hopefully we win. Yeah, cool. So I'm using this team for Arena, and now we've climbed up to Challenger 5. And we're slowly making our progress. I want to get to champion. That's the goal in this week. Hopefully, we should be able to get there. Now, the next thing I want to do in the game is RTA. But before you do RTA or before you attempt doing RTA, if you don't have your heroes at least at a 250 speed, I would suggest not doing it. Just keep farming, pushing adventure, keep doing all that stuff, and build up speed on your roster. Because otherwise, I did attempt a few battles. I really didn't even get to take a single turn. That's the reality of the situation. So you don't want to be doing that. Make sure you're doing this daily. Whenever I have energy, I make sure I am using this to farm this. Just put it on quick battle and let it go on in the background. In terms of energy usage, other than whatever energy I'm getting, I'm also using sky stones. So I use 5 refreshes daily. So 150 sky stones I'm using daily for purchasing energy. Don't be afraid to do that in the early game. Although this is what everyone will suggest, going into the shop, refreshing and getting more summoning tickets. But like my account, for example, I have tons of heroes now. If you see, I have so many heroes, but I need to equip all of them. And to equip all of them, you need gear. And to get gear, you need to farm your hunts. You need to farm your rift. You also need AP for getting heroes to 6 stars. So I think parallelly using your energy for refreshes, using a skystone for energy, at least for me, I'm finding it to be a good idea. So yeah, this is my progress in the account. Now, next thing we want to do, we want to complete Moonlight Blessings for Death Dealer Ray. So we need to clear episode 4. We also need to do Expedition. So now my Expedition teams, because again, the mistake I was talking about was that I tried and I thought that I'll raise my PvP heroes and kind of focus on that. That was a good idea. That was a bad idea. That kind of put my teams a little further behind. So if we kind of see, I wanted to show you my team. So these are the teams that I kind of want to build up. I have all the components, but as you can see, the power is very low, 239, 222. So like my dark team is the only reliable team I have. This team is kind of farming through. It's getting that 1 million, which you need. but the other teams need to be still set up. So that is what I'm going to be focusing on next, along with farming, Wyvern and Hunt and Rift. I will build up my expedition teams. The only hero now I'm going to 6-star before doing that will be Genva, and that is basically to get my arena team set up and my arena team ready to go. So yeah, that's where our account is right now. So now I'll just show you guys my how my team is working in our Rift. So I'll just do a couple of attacks here. So you guys can watch this part of the video. This kind of shows that how I'm able to, in a way, solo this. And the stats on my Fene are not ideal. They're very low stats compared to all the other videos that you'll see. So as you can see, it's only 4 left on this. So I think I did the first battle. So I'm getting very close to one-shotting. And I think I just need to get, so only the levels that are tricky are the first 4, 5 levels of the Rift controller. That's where I had a lot of difficulty. And what I also had to do was I was using basically my Wyvern team along with Fene, just to make sure that they don't die before. Because the trick here is if your team dies, the after 3 times you fail, the boss's health completely resets on that level. So you don't want that to happen. Although it might be slower, like for Rift level controller 1 and 2, it took me 5 attacks to clear. But eventually I got there. So that's what you want to kind of try to do. And Fene does get 2 lives, right? So like you saw, she just died once. Sometimes she dies, but pretty much it's I have not had difficulties of her not being able to survive the 30 turns. And I think another 2 rift levels, and we should be able to kind of uh, one shot. So it would have been also a lot better, but my artifact, it's only level 18. It's not level 30. So it has a 75% chance, the Wondrous Potion Vial, of, removing the debuff. The debuff that becomes a problem is if she gets the anti-heal debuff. Because she does heal off using her moves. So if she has an anti-heal, she doesn't heal up and then eventually dies. So that can be a problem. If you have a Wondrous Potion at level 30, then you should have no difficulty soloing this from Rift level 1 itself. So as you can see, we're about to finish this off. There. So it takes 2 attempts right now, but I think I'm getting close to one-shotting. A few more levels and I should be able to one-shot this. And see, now this is a good gear set for us. It's a speed set, crit health, hit damage. Health is not ideal. Attack is good. Effectiveness and attack can as a combination also be good on certain heroes. We got another critical hit damage, but it's an immunity set, but it's got speed. So we will try rolling that. And you also get some of these basically gear break stuff. These I'm still yet to pull any of these charms. I do get some basic charms once in a while, like these ones, but nothing great in terms of charms. So don't depend on getting charms from here. Just one last piece, when you're putting your sets here, it can be as your accounts need, but try to put one of different levels so that you keep getting these reforge essences of different types so that you don't get blocked on any one of them. Yeah, so that's been our progression so far. I hope you're liking and enjoying my videos. I'll try to do more basic stuff for people who are getting into the game. Like I've also learned a lot from watching other content creators, and maybe being new to the game, I could put out some stuff which might seem obvious to others, but could be helpful for people just starting out in the game. So yeah, please do like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching the video and have a great day.